PG podcast?
A few times. Are we
I know
streaming?
that. I know those guys
Are we streaming?
Is
Are
it
we
streaming
live?
on? Are we
from
live?
Ren Fairs way back when.
All right.
They inspired my Savage Worlds game. It was
Oh.
the Mars reskin of the steampunk Mars reskin of Savage Worlds.
All right.
Like John Carter?
Very similar, yeah. And it was
Gotcha.
called "This Game Is on Rails."
We have.
And that's where I'll leave it until we talk about it later.
We have. You have.
Where did we leave off?
We have slash
We were
you
about to
have.
fight Dr. Infinity.
Except that they
Again.
poured it out. You
Again.
have.
Oh, that's
you,
right.
you have been and will have been fighting Dr. Infinity for the last
Fences.
at last calculation -4 days or possibly 2 months. Every single thing, Silas, that you have ever hated about time loops has been compounded exponentially since that fight with Dr. Infinity.
Love that for me.
Well, and I say just you specifically because I know how much you personally have hated it. But yes, Dr. Infinity has taken it upon themselves to right the wrongs and correct the timeline as they see it for Halcyon, and they are enforcing that with a titanium alloy finely articulated fist.
I really should not have taken the governor off.
Yeah. So this picture actually, I like this picture, this background picture quite a lot, partly because if you look closely, you realize that several of the buildings are not whole anymore. It looks shiny and sunsetty and pretty, and then you're like, but where's the top of that building?
Right. It looks like post-apocalypse Powerpuff Girls.
Ooh. Yes. And it kind of feels like that too. Depending on how you subjectively, you've been at this for weeks. With Dr. Infinity unable to really score anything other than psychological hits on anybody, but at the same time always able to kind of get away. And they keep messing with stuff when you're not where they have a understandable but still damnably frustrating ability to be doing stuff where you're not at, or rather when. So the only upside to this is you're not having the mental trauma anymore because it's being handled by a proper professional. Unfortunately, you're being handled by a proper professional, which is misery in the making. So subjectively, this has been weeks. Objectively, it's been a day or two, maybe, if that, to unspool this thing. And depending on who you are, some of you are aware of that time having passed. Or like the subjective time doesn't agree for everybody. It depends. Because not everybody gets reset. Again, Dr. Infinity is much better about fine-tuning that reset. So a lot of people, we are live, dingoes. So a lot of people will not experience that. So some people, it's been a couple of days, and for some other people, like the ones who are more actively involved in this thing, it's been longer.
Years.
No, not years. You guys are certainly in the worst of it.
Weeks.
In terms of
weeks.
Yeah,
Weeks,
you guys are
10
certainly
weeks, 10 weeks.
You guys are certainly in the worst of it for all of this. I was going to look up a move, and so Silas, knowing the situation that you're currently in right now, how this stands and stuff, and this doesn't have to be you going forward. This doesn't be like the next move, but how have you been approaching this? Trying to beat Dr. Infinity. Like what have you been doing to kind of like combat this? Is it basically like whenever she's reported, you just go there as fast as possible and punch as many things as you can, or are you working? Are you back to working more with the exemplars? What's your thinking?
So I think that after my TikTok stunt, Oya's probably like, "You're done. You're done." And so
which TikTok stunt? The one at the Age of Space, or
yes,
okay.
That and then everything that followed it.
Yeah.
So I don't think that we're working closely with the exemplars anymore. I think that that's kind of established.
Where did you put that picture of you guys falling with the camera thing? Was that in character pics? Because that may be my favorite.
It's probably in You've got.
Oh, there it is.
You said it was the rotating GIF
found
that made you laugh out loud.
The one where you were like falling and spinning and you
smile.
That is the best picture. Where you're like
good.
Catching her from a fall and selfieing.
That's the first. I think that's the reason I bought my pro membership, is so I could make that with the dual build. So
that just made me so happy. Where she's like clearly screaming still, and he's like, boom. Anyway.
I love that you got the purple phone case too. It's perfect. In any case, so he's kind of been, stepping up to the plate and being like, I'm gonna be the leader of my team, and it's gonna be my own thing, and not connected to the exemplars. So it has kind of been like, he's trying to figure out where Dr. Infinity is going to pop up next, and kind of just showing up and putting holes and stuff.
How much have you been able to focus at all on all that other information that you had, or what are you trying to do when you can do anything with regards to the stuff about your dad?
So I think that right now, because like you said, I can't exactly just fly off into space due east.
Yeah.
So he's kind of, I think, waiting for him to get back, and he's gonna, burn that bridge when it comes to it.
Okay.
And so
love that expression so much.
And so he's kind of just been trying to take his issues one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And currently the most present issue is Dr. Infinity.
Okay. So Caleb, what have you been doing with all of this that's going on? Like, what has been are you kind of tagging along in Silas's wake? Are you more? What have you done in this situation? Has this been more about like your presence in terms of like directing ire towards the exemplars and Aegis? Are you kind of staying out of it to a certain extent, like unless the group says, hey, there's this thing we need to do? Are you know what, let me simplify this question. How's music class been?
He dropped music class.
What?
He went to three classes and then realized he could not be in the same room without emotionally breaking down. And he is basically like, unless somebody calls to him to get him out of his little, like, out of his own kitchen, he's just kind of been isolated.
All right, so Caleb needs an intervention. Duly noted.
So,
yeah. Mo turns on the camera just to make the face of no.
Oh God. Oh, buddy.
Yeah. There may have been like one or two times where Silas is like, hey, Caleb, we gotta go beat the crap out of some robots. And Caleb will show up and massively just like he will be like, I do not care about anything. I'm destroying all of these robots, and will just like psychic buzzsaw all of them, and then be like, all right, I'm going back to the kitchen. Bye.
He's a Final Fantasy summon at this point.
This feels like it's bad enough that even Perry would notice.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what I mean?
Perry, have you been engaging directly with Dr. Infinity in these fights, or have you been doing something else? Because I have an idea what the something else might be. If it doesn't feel like you would just like get in there.
I think it might have to be something else because Perry has never been the like. I can be the use their force against them guy, but I'm not necessarily a directly engage the threat guy. And also, like, yes, Dr. Infinity is the architect, but not like this. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to fix this the only way Perry knows how. And there's definitely a guy in the chair aspect to that, right?
Yeah.
If that's, yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay.
if does that gel with your something else?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, just leaning over real quick to plug something in.
And finally, for Mitzi, one of the toughest things to deal with right now, and I don't know, I'll ask you about what you're doing with regards to Dr. Infinity's shenanigans in a second, but the toughest thing right now is that in order to keep things relatively locked down with your family, with all of this intense weirdness going on, Abuela is gray. Like in her face. She's trying so hard to make your family not, because at this point in time, a distracted 5-year-old, with a room full of Legos off their Adderall would notice that you're up to something with regards to superhero hijinks, and your family isn't. So she's preventing all of that, and also keeping them from panicking and freaking out about all the craziness in the city and all this other kind of stuff, and just kind of moving things along there.
She's getting too old for this.
It's a lot. She's taking on more than she might have occasionally nudged somebody to make sure they don't forget the PG tips when they go to the store in the past, but she hasn't been on, like, she's never had the family on full on lockdown like this before.
Yeah. And I think Mitzi's starting to realize it, and she's like, oh no, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So I think she might have to have a talk with Grandma. With Abuela.
Okay. So, Perry. Actually,
I'm Perry.
I'm gonna go looking for something here that I need, and it is a move.
Yeah, I realized too that when Caleb said he's quitting the class, and I'm flashing back to one of the early heart-to-hearts we had, where I'm like, "Are you still doing your music? Are you still writing your lyrics? Are you still doing?" So, although he's not in this version of my lineup, like, something is clearly important about Caleb / Revenant / whatever he names
So what's he
himself
doing
next,
if he's not in class? If he's not in the music class and stuff, like what's he doing?
Where is he during that hour every day? One.
Or just what's he doing with his free time? Because he's
and where is that creativity being channeled? Unless it's just being channeled kinetically through his leather-studded hammer fists. Sorry, there was
leather-studded hammer fists.
Yeah,
I like it. It's fine. What's he? How bad is he spiraling right now?
That's my question. Like, and I'm wondering if this is the oh shit that makes me rethink every damn slot in my category list. Like, is it that bad? Because remember,
No, it's
I'm
not that
here
bad.
with these 3 people for a reason.
Yep.
And I still don't know what it is.
Oh, you do.
I mean, do I?
One of you does.
One version of Perry does.
One of you does. One of you did.
Right. We're in the purple costumes this time. That's significant.
So, Caleb.
Yes.
What's your spiral look like here? What's the deal?
So normally Caleb's pretty active in like hanging out and like bringing food to people and like, you know, like always like after fights. And I think this is the one of the things Silas would have noticed is like after every fight, usually he's very much just like, yo, let's go. I got some great idea for some food now. Let's go get something to eat. I got an idea. Let's go. Let's talk. Like we got some stuff. And now it's literally, I don't even say goodbye. I just am gone as soon as the fight's over. Like no conversation. I'm just like, I'm out. And then I disappear. And I just, all it ends up being is, it is just a depression spiral in his own kitchen where he's like making the same bland meal every day and not even eating it. He's just like making it and then throwing it away because he doesn't know. He's like, I need to eat, but I'm not hungry. I'll just toss this now. And so he's just sitting there.
If I may, I absolutely picture him with like a shrimp fork and an open jar of garlic stuffed olives, eating them by the light of the refrigerator, and it's the only light on in the kitchen.
No, he's actively cooking food and then just not eating it. Like he's not even eating.
This is the 3 a.m. I'm not like
Okay.
But yes, in addition to,
let's talk about what Perry's been up to. And for that, I'm going to look at this move over here. Take a look at the chat and roll 20. Oh, I lost Perry. Just exactly the wrong.
I'm just plugging something in. I'm back.
Sorry, I needed to plug in. I'm trying to look good I'm trying to look fly.
Take a look
for some version of Zhao.
Take a look at the move that's up in the chat and roll 20.
Looking at a move.
So the camera's coming in on what looks like a perfectly intact apartment building, down towards the lower floors. But as we get closer, we kind of fade through, like when you go to Wakanda, right? And you go through the hologram that's protecting it, and as you go through this, you see that there's a couple of like sort of glommed together hologram projector kind of things that have just been propped up on rubble. And as we come through this, we see that it's basically like it's all those like beam props and stuff to hold up parts of the building and stuff, and it's all rubble, and it's down in Perry's bunker. And we see him rummaging around, but he's just set up some hologram stuff to make it look like there's nothing to see here. And we come in on him again, like
the equivalent of the tarps over the Lockheed factory in World War II.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got that going on, so you can keep digging through this thing, digging through the rubble. When you explore the ruins of your old bunker for useful equipment, say what you're looking for, and roll superior. On a hit, you find something. On a 10, choose one. On a 7 to 9, you have to choose 2. I
didn't know this move existed, and it's perfect, and also terrifying.
You're welcome. It didn't exist. It does not.
Okay. You're this is great. Thank you.
So.
Okay. Shit.
I should have made it a superior base thing, and I could just do it that way, but I didn't do that. I can hang on. Let me fix this on your character sheet real quick, because I can actually put this someplace where you can just click a button and roll.
Oh, okay.
Modify. We'll junk that. Done. Add. Move. Digging through the rubble. It is based on superior, and there's the move. Done. So if you look on your sheet under active moves down at the bottom of
I watched it appear in real time.
So you can actually click on the dice thing, and it should just roll superior for you. you want to do that.
Situational bonus penalty? Nope.
No, sir. Oh, it didn't. It looks like you're gonna have to roll it one more time. It didn't want to do it.
I do it again.
I don't know why it does that sometimes.
Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
There we go. Oh,
Bam.
nice. Okay, so on a success. So what are you looking for in this rubble? What were you digging? You said something in the last session which made me think about this move.
What did I say that sparked your thought?
You said, well, this is the cleaned up, like the stripped down version of Dr. Infinity with all the safeguards removed. The actual proper Dr. Infinity that spent time with me and knows me and is sort of closer to Zhao version is still in the rubble somewhere, assuming that it survived the
Right. So
thing.
I would be looking for that data dump.
Gotcha.
Because it wouldn't necessarily it would be a data set. So, and the reason that it's taking so damn long is because it's on the kind of thumb drive that you can hide in like a bottle cap. You know what I mean? Like it's that small in case I needed to swallow it and GTFO.
Yeah. So you have options here. On a 10+, you need to choose one of these. The equipment is broken. You need something. You found it. The equipment is broken. You need someone to help fix it. The equipment is already outdated. It'll be less effective than you hoped. The equipment is protected. You have to get past a security measure to access it. The equipment is dangerous. Using it will cause some kind of backfire. You need to only pick one of those.
Okay. So it's go hat in hand to the one person from Aegis who could help me.
Or the exemplars. Yeah.
Right.
But some organization, yeah.
Oh man. That'd be rough because their main techie is Nautilus, right? Or to a certain Blackbird to a certain extent. If it's decent, well, no, it would be more okay.
I mean, Blackbird's very sharp about robotics. That isn't necessarily a bad thing. Nautilus is very sharp, but also kind of a dick bag. So that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I will say that if we involve Blackbird, that kind of helps Mitzi out potentially with
that was
it gets a piece on the board that she needs to
Yep. And if that might help us
if nothing else, just going to the exemplars and saying, I need help with this.
Right. And they were like, who are you?
Restoring data drives, though, there's no reason Blackbird can't help with that.
Right. And I like that more than I like that for propelling story reasons, group reasons, more than, say, getting past the security measure sounds like doing battle with myself, which sounds a lot like NPC theater for these folks here.
Yeah.
And I feel like causing a backfire is also what I did last week or last session. So I like the idea of looking at the exemplars and going,
I need some help.
Hey, can Clarity, can you just text me Blackbird's number real quick?
Why do you think I have it?
Why wouldn't you have it?
Why would I have it?
You don't have it?
Why would I have it?
Okay, sorry. I forgot what timeline I was in. My bad.
Actually,
what do you mean?
No. Everything's fine. This is fine. Don't worry about it. It's good.
Harry?
Mitzi, do you have conditions right now?
Oh, I got plenty. I have angry, guilty, and insecure.
Okay.
Oh,
Perry.
Yes.
You might be able to share some information with Mitzi based on. So this is a yeah, I feel like this is a thing. Tomorrow's golden promise lets you do a comfort and support with Savior instead of mundane.
Yeah.
By knowing stuff about them from other loops. So you could explain some of this. You have a penalty because you are angry. It's a comfort and support, but you're still affected by the angry. So
right. So it's going to be comfort and support. God damn it! Look it.
But you're still rolling Savior, which is way better than your mundane. There's a possibility there. If nothing else, you have given information, and that might be enough to kind of help Mincy out a little bit, at least with providing some. I'm sorry ahead of time. Clarity.
Right.
Every single eye closed on that one. Yes, except for Frank, who was fine.
It's because the penny took longer to drop with me, and it was after you said every single eye closed that I got it. So
2 heads bowed. I'm assuming in deference to the power of the pun, and one face turned heavenward as though to say thank you. So I'm assuming that's what happened. Do you want to do this during the conversation? Just say like, why would I have it?
Yeah,
like,
I think, and because this is the only time I've actually been able to use Tomorrow's Golden Promise, which I think is lovely and a great time to use it too.
You can just roll because conveniently, well, no, what you should do, I'm going to have you actually click on the Savior thing. It will give you a penalty because you're guilty.
Okay,
no, wait,
so
wait, I'm lying.
I can
Savior.
just add. I can add the situational bonus.
Yeah, because you're angry. So it's on the move. Roll Savior and then do a situational bonus of -2.
Does that become a -1 because I have influence over clarity?
Yes. So it's just modifier -1. And yes, thank you for remembering that. Lovely job. So it's just
he can be taught.
And for whatever
what?
Okay, don't worry about doing that. Just click on Savior, and I don't know why those moves are buggy right now, but just click on Savior and then do the -1. We'll do it that way. I don't know why it's being weird like that. Where's my dice box? Put that back up there so people can see it. Hi, Will. You say not much has happened, but the last time Will was on here, it's like, what do you mean they're fighting Dr. Infinity? Why are they fighting Dr. Infinity? She's the good guy.
Not anymore.
So you just click on the dice. There you go. That's a 7. That'll get you by.
So I had minimized a window and then forgot which one I needed to bring back up again to get the little pop-up. So that's what I was fumbling.
So La Move, comfort and support. On a hit, they hear you, mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. I'm going to kind of, we'll see what they open up as. Perry, if you don't mind me summarizing this a little bit.
Please do, because Frank's memory isn't good enough to get across the point that needs to be made. So please do.
Blackbird is, insert real name here. She's your cousin on your paternal grandfather's side. And, she's got some beef with that because the whole thing, I don't know, you explained it to me once when we were at a backyard barbecue. The whole thing, the whole family politics thing. Grandpa got a second family, ignored the first family, so she's mad about that. And then she fought her way up through Aegis and got recognized on the exemplars and stuff like that, where you just kind of had all your powers handed to you by Abuela, who was awesome. Again, love the bean dip. But I thought you guys reconciled all of that, and now you're kind of cordially having coffee every couple of weeks and like some tiramisu or something. I don't know the particulars, but are we in the, did I just
flan? I don't know.
Did I just make pterodactyls come back or something? Like, did I screw up the timeline?
Dot.
Yeah, all of that just got dumped on you like bruh. So it's a comfort and support in the sense that he has provided, again, clarity on some big question marks that you've had floating around. Clarity is the best word for this.
It is.
Well, at least that explains why she hates me. I thought it was just because of something else, or like I don't
I mean,
know.
hate is a strong word. I mean,
I
I mean,
she
if we're being, I mean, resent maybe.
You mean they're not the same because she really is like.
I'm just saying, there's a slightly different flavor. Like, I mean, she's got her reasons, right? I mean, we can't.
I mean,
She's not just.
from what you said, yeah, but like I had no idea about any of that. And she wouldn't explain any of that to me, so.
Well, I mean, because she's angry too, clearly. So she's not going to be
Yeah,
able to
but
talk
like
to you
if
about
she's
this stuff.
angry at me, wouldn't she want to know? Tell me why she's angry at me, and like.
Okay, when you're angry at someone, is your first instinct to bring them closer to you and work it all out, or do you put some walls up and push them away and go fuck that person?
I like this part. When you're angry at someone.
Not trying to name names or
not
anything.
Silas. Definitely not about to say Silas.
Yeah, but like.
And also,
she's just being so vague about it. Like,
Well,
I felt like it was, and I
here's-
couldn't get into her. Like and I didn't want to be rude anymore, and like I couldn't break
Right.
in, so I didn't want to like do the thing.
yeah,
And
yeah, stand
so
out of
I just felt like
people's
she was just
presence.
mad at me because like I was just another female superhero or something. I don't know. Like,
I don't think it was really so much like a cat fight situation as much as like she didn't explain what she went through to you the same way that you haven't explained what you went through to her, right?
I didn't.
But so
I don't.
listen, can I just sit the two of you down for a second and let's have this coffee and the tiramisu or the flan or whatever the hell. All right?
I mean,
we'll go someplace where you've got choices.
Yeah, we could. If you want us to have a coffee shop meetup, we could do that. The thing is, I don't know how to get in touch with her unless I like try to like find her brainwave and like try to send her a message.
That is not going to go well.
That's no. Don't
Yeah,
do that.
she wouldn't like that.
No. I can fire up something and locate the thermal signature of her suit, and we'll figure it out that way.
Or you could.
Is that better?
Or I could just call the tower. I mean, why could we just like open the yellow? No, we don't have yellow pages anymore. Damn it.
Vigil.
Don't we have like a thing because we're the next group now? We can just be like, hey, tower, we're gonna go do some stuff, and we want to let you know.
Please. Party conference and Silas on this conversation right now. Like in the middle of like the thing is that don't we just hang on? Silas, don't we have like a
That's exactly what happens. Don't we have a thing?
Don't we have a thing where we can just like call the exemplars and talk to them?
Yeah. And like if we know that we need one with a particular skill set or background or family history, can we just call that person?
I need to talk to Mitzi's cousin, and Mitzi needs to talk to her cousin because she apparently just found out that she has a cousin over there. So
Silas is like flying and like answers the phone.
Mitzi, clear condition.
That's right. Barry. Okay.
You need a dead cat.
What? You need what? No, you don't.
Sorry, I need to make the equivalent of a dead cat for his microphone. I'm sorry that I didn't do that for you already.
Oh, for the actual character, not.
Right.
Sorry, you're not getting any of my sound effects because
of the hair thing.
But yeah,
the wind in the microphone. He's convinced you that you need the tech because it will improve your TikTok presence. People won't be complaining about the wind in the mic.
Right. So Silas, so you say that to Silas, and he's like, so why exactly do you need to get in touch with Blackbird? That seems like it's the worst idea right now.
Is this the timeline where we had the? Oh, damn it!
Technically, no. It's not. It's not the timeline where you had a fight with Blackbird.
I think we'll be okay because we haven't actually gone weapons hot full tally ho with her. So I think it's not the best idea. It's not the worst idea.
You could just show up on the roof and say we need to talk.
Can I? You know what? Just can you meet me at the? You know what? Go to.
I'm
Go
on
to
my
the-
way to a function, but what I can do is I can send you Blackbird's number because when I was, doing the whole protege thing with Oya, I got all the exemplars numbers.
That'd be great, and thank you for that. And insert obligatory. Well, look at Mr. Fancy Pants on his way to a function comment. But thank you for the number.
So the phone cuts off. Does Mitzi stay on the line? The Perry hangs up. Does Mitzi stay on the line with Silas?
Oh,
And that's not fair. That's not fair.
What?
Because I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, Perry skipped the. You're on speaker. This is a conference call.
Yeah, exactly. He genuinely didn't know.
Of the four of us, who was
he's
most
trying
likely
so
to
hard to not be a
mention that?
fuckboy, and y'all are fucking with my shit.
And I think
So like
I think
it's okay. I gotta go, and the line you hear him click off, but the line doesn't go dead. So there's kind of like that awkward moment where you're like, "Hello," and you were gonna say something, Mitzi.
I think she's like it's there's a pause, and then she's like, "Sorry, Perry did a conference call with you."
Oh, yeah. Oh, so I was just talking to Perry.
Yeah, it was a conference call with all. He was talking to me beforehand because he wanted
I
Blackbird's
didn't.
number.
I didn't know.
I can. He also didn't tell you either.
Yeah, we're bad at that. Boys
Yeah.
communicating all that stuff.
Yeah. So, what function are you going to?
I'm on my way to see Caleb because I want to make sure he's okay.
Oh, do you want backup, or are you?
I think it just needs to be a guy thing, just
Okay.
gotta, figure it out. But I'll be back and pretty soon, hopefully,
Yeah.
with Caleb, and we'll get together and do something. Okay?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I don't know when Perry wants us to do that because he wants me to actually meet up with Blackbird too, which I'm like, we'll see. I think I need a. I'm gonna tell my parents.
Oh, do you want me there? Or do you think that's something you gotta do by yourself?
I don't know. Like, I want you there, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about you being there when that happens. Like, I
I
don't know, like, what the
understand.
fallout would be, but Abuela is just looking really bad, and I just feel really bad for her, and I need to do
Okay.
it. I need to just. I do want you
Well,
there, though.
I support you and I support your decision, and in whatever capacity that you need me, whether it's physically there or in spirit, I'm there to support you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course.
And then you hear like another pause, like a stutter, and she's like, "All right, I guess I'll let you go." All right.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
All right, bye.
You guys are so bad at this.
That's
I-
the point.
I am here talking to the characters, not the players. The players are so good at this, and I feel kind of bad about that because it requires a certain amount of life experience to be that good at being that bad at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry for whatever got you there.
That's a whole other video.
That's
my guy.
a whole other thing to
Is that a
unpack.
This is-
Thin Mints, Sean? Are you eating Thin Mints right now? Fuck you. I
Yeah,
cannot
damn
find Girl
right.
Scouts
Yeah.
anywhere.
Oh, they're posted up at the Walmart outside our house. Every single time we go, I have to be like, she's like, they're only 5 for $20. I'm like, we have 30 boxes at home. Like, stop.
Only
I'm wanting Thin
boxes
Mints
come
so
out.
badly, and I just won't ever go shopping.
had-
So I'm like,
Yeah.
I
Who
had
is
to
it
buy
that-
another freezer just for the Thin Mints.
Who is it that was telling this story about the thing? Like you go out and the I can't remember who this was, but they encountered a Girl Scout selling the cookies out in front of the shop, kind of a thing, and it was like, they're how much are the Thin Mints? And they're like, well, it's $4 for a box. So you can get like, well, so 2 boxes would be $8, yeah, or you can get 5 for $20. And she kind of like goes, oh sweetie, that's not really a discount. And the girl just dead eyes was just, I didn't say it was a discount, like just.
Love it.
I'll take 5. Like just kind of like
Young,
Yep.
powerful female entrepreneurs.
I never said it was a
We love it.
discount. I said you could get 5.
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
Yeah.
Mark Maron on his podcast mentioned, I think, unless I'm conflating this with something else, he's the guy that'll walk up and buy everything, and then the people, literally, he will just buy everything that they have, and the people behind him are like, God damn it!
That's funny. All right. I
didn't say it was it.
Perry, are you heading straight there?
Unless it's better for the story that we loop Caleb in first. You know what I mean?
I mean, every single one of you has shit you need to work out at Exemplar Tower, to be perfectly honest. So let's see what's going on elsewhere first before we get you to there, because if that goes sideways, then
it'd be fun to have these scenes at the tower.
I'd like to have everybody there, but I want
right there on the damn flight line where it all began.
Sure.
Rooftop flight line.
Sure, I'll buy that. Mid-state. Oh, you can clear a condition. You at least have some understanding of some of the horseshit that's going on in your background that you had no idea about.
I'm like angry.
That's fair. Sounds good.
Guilty and insecure seems to still fit.
You think?
No, I have no idea.
Abuela's sick. Guilty. I don't know how my parents are going to react. Insecure.
Insecure.
Yeah. Check. All right. So who you going to talk to, Abuela or your folks, or because if you talk to your folks, Abuela's just going to reset them again.
Yeah, I think yeah, she's going to talk to Abuela, and I don't know what day it is or like what time of day it is, so I don't know. Like,
welcome to the same problem the entire city's been having for the last month. So yes.
I mean, like how loud the house is going to be because of all the children's.
Let's say it's like a Saturday-ish type of situation, but most of the rest, like the family and stuff, are out doing, like the kids and stuff are out doing stuff, but mom and dad are around, or Abuela's around, or who do you need to be around? Abuela? Yeah, Abuela will be around. Abuela's usually around. She's not.
Probably like mom or dad taking the kids to the park or something. And
yeah.
The other two are.
They got activities. One, the youngest, the girl twin, whose name escapes me, has like soccer.
Elsa. Yeah.
Yeah, Elsa has soccer. Her brother has baseball. Maybe, I don't know.
Springtime, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, one's doing soccer, one's doing baseball. Yeah.
The older two are off working at Rook.
She said disgustedly.
Just that's how the family's lined up, you know.
Wait, who's working at Rook? Your older brother?
The older brothers.
Oh, is this what the senior has, like an internship or something?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. That's cool.
And the other one has like a different type of like part-time job while going to college.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. But Abuela.
Yeah.
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 She's like so there's like a recliner, like a lazy boy kind of thing in her room over by the window, kind of a deal. Mm-hmm. It both reclines and pivots. And she is sacked out in that. Like she's got her feet up and she's got it kind of reclined, and she's just, which is probably the time when she looks the oldest and always has, because like totally relaxed face, mouth slightly open, is when you're reminded she's been around a while.
Yeah, and also Mitzi watches for a second to make sure that she's breathing.
Not the first time you've done that in your entire life either. Luckily, Abuela also snores softly, so
it's like one of those like things where she catches her like right between like her snores, and she's like,
and then there's a snore. Okay, good.
Okay. And eventually, I think goes in and just like sort of like sits on the bed and just like watches her for a second, and then it's like, Abuela, like just trying to be like really quiet, just be like,
what'd she call you, Chica? No, not Chica.
Mimi.
Mimi. I don't know why I said that. Mimi, I didn't even realize you were in the house. Yeah, which is a statement in and of itself, because Abuela always knows who's around.
Yeah. Oh, I've been here. How was your nap?
That's good. I'm just tired. You
I
know, it's a
know.
good
And
day for sleeping, though.
yeah. And that's what kind of what I want to talk to you about.
Hmm?
I think I'm gonna let them know. So
What do you mean?
I'm gonna tell mom and dad and the others that about me. I'm gonna tell them.
Are you sure about that?
Ye-
It's very scary time right now in the city.
I know, but also, wait, yeah, I know you're gonna say not to worry about you, but I worry about you, and like, this isn't. This is too. This I feel like
Oh,
you're
you
just
don't worry
getting.
about me.
See, I knew it. I'm psychic, but like I knew you were gonna say that.
You don't need to worry about me.
No, I do. You doesn't.
My generation's job is to worry about the next generation, next generation. I worry about my children, my grandchildren, my great grandchildren. You don't worry about us. We've already had our turn.
Yeah, but I want you to stay here longer. I don't want you. I don't want you to work yourself to. I don't want you to
I can't
burn
say
out
early
some.
grave. I'm older than.
I. That's why I didn't say it. Abuela.
I don't like this idea you're going to tell everybody just because you feel sorry for me.
No, but I think it's time to. I think it's.
Why? It's not me. Why else?
I mean, like, um, I'm with a really good group, and Silas and I have been together for a while, and it's just, he's out in the open about things, even though he's not really like, he's still masked, but like,
Oh, he only wears that mask because of you. You know that. He'd rather have his face out.
I didn't know that.
If you had that chin, I mean, it's a good chin.
I didn't realize he wore it for me. I thought he was just doing it just because of the edge
I
factor.
he's also probably that. He's a bit like, he'll get better. He'll get better. Don't worry about that. But no, he needs to get those pearly whites out eventually. Eventually, it's like his father, wants
But
to
you
have it.
know Transcendent?
I do now. He does. You talk about. Of course, I know Transcendent.
Well, I
The
mean, like he
exemplars.
came around your time, I believe.
He came and went. He was a lot of the people that work with him when he first showed up was not me. And they're all gone now. They died or they retired. Well, mostly died, honestly, from that far back.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, but the thing with the face, I have the face out. It's just I honestly think it's part of wherever he gets his powers from. They just want them out there. It's not a subtle ability he has, It's not
I
like
mean, mine's not subtle. No, it is subtle. What am I saying?
it can be. You're a little bit it's I had a laser beam. You have more like a floodlight. Same power, more power. I think.
But the thing is, like, I don't like. I'm okay with the family knowing. I just don't want like the world knowing. So I think I will still be wearing a mask. Like,
No, that's good. It's good that I almost hear what I want to hear when you say these things. Almost.
but what do you want to hear then?
If I tell you, then you'll say it.
No, I might.
I know you will. That's why I want to hear you say it without me telling you what you need to say.
I don't know what you need me to say.
Tell
Tell
me why you want to tell them. And it isn't. Say it again.
Other than
She likes Silas. He's got. You talking about dragging her name through the mud? She likes Silas. He's got the good calves.
Play that. I mean, like I said it because I want them to know. I don't want.
But why? You want them to know, but why do you want them to know?
Because I just feel like it's better for everybody to know. I want to be honest. I want to be open. I want to be able to talk to them, like whenever I get hurt or like.
Mm.
What?
Here's I tell you what has always worried me about you with this, all of this whole time, is you're okay with it. You want it to go well. You want everybody to be happy with you. You want to do good. You want to do good with it. You want to save the world. You want your family to love you. You want me to be. You want me to think that you did a good job with the powers that I used to have and wear the suit that I used to have. And you want to be a good member of the team. And you got a good. You need to be proud of it. You need to be so proud of it that you need to be like your boyfriend. You need to be proud of it. You are one of the most powerful Mimi in the whole world. And you're not you're like that everywhere but your heart. And you need to be proud of it. That's why I want you to want to tell people, is because you cannot not tell them anymore because you are so proud of what you do. And until you are like that, I don't know if you should. Because then you'll be telling them and then saying, I'm sorry. And you can't be sorry with this. You should not be sorry about that. It's insulting. Don't tell me you're sorry, because I know you're about to. I have not gotten. I've had Abuela back up for a while. Like it's
10 out of 10.
She's been
10
backed
out
up.
of 10.
She's been backed up for a while, and now and she would like to shift your labels.
I mean, obviously.
Uh,
that was so good.
Thank you. I'm pleased about that. She wants to.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Hold on.
Sorry, is that okay? Is
yeah,
that okay?
fine.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
Because like, ooh,
I have to be proud of myself. Get away.
Joyce once again psychoanalyzing us by way of our characters.
Sorry. I've been getting. I'm not crying. You're crying has been #1 with a bullet. The most common comment left on my TikToks for the last 2 weeks because of the post about my dog. So I'm kind of like, geez, how many people am I traumatizing right now? She wants you to. She wants you to move your. She wants to raise your superior.
Okay.
And lower your mundane.
Hell yeah.
Because your freak is where it should be. 3. Fly that freak flag. Be superior.
Hell yeah. Love
Superior
this
up.
for you.
Superior up, mundane down.
I mean, it'll shift, but like, yeah.
It feels a little bad.
No, the thing is, like, yeah, the words hit and they're gonna resonate in her brain, but she's also very like not there yet. Like she's
still a rockin' insecure, so
yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like,
I'm guilty.
I know that you want me to be proud, and in some ways, I've done good work.
You have a little gremlin. You carry around in your head. What have you done you're not proud of? What have you done you're not proud of?
Listen to people's thoughts about permission. Wiped out everybody's weekends from that party. Hurt people. Big accident.
Okay, that sure, yes, but buildings fall. People get hit with bricks.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
caused the
you're
big
not.
building to fall.
Yeah, you're not the only one though, and you can do better. You know that part though. Messing with people's minds, sweetie. I have been steering your family like an old Chevy Nova for the last 3 months. There are none of us perfect in this world. Bad is when you do a bad thing and then you don't think you should do any better. And that's not you. Mistakes are just mistakes. Everybody has mistakes. You are always trying to do better, Mimi. More than me. I get to the end and I'm doing downward. You it's never going to work for me to say don't feel this way. And I can't make you not feel that way because you're too powerful. Other people, I do it that way. Your mother, oh my God, she used to beat herself up about these kinds of things. Not with powers, but, and you could just make that go away. But, oh, sweetie. You need to know that you're trying to do better and you need to know that that's enough. And I don't know, somebody besides me needs to tell you that because you're going to think that I'm just trying to make you feel good. Because I am. And you should. But it can't just be me. I will keep things under control here. But as soon as you decide you want to tell them, I will stop.
No, I do want to tell them.
I was going to say as soon as you want to tell them for the right reasons. But you know what? You're going to do things and it's not going to be because of the way that I think you should be doing it. And that's good too. I can't always approve of everything that you do or you're just being me. And I already made all my mistakes. You shouldn't be making mine again. So if you want to tell them for the reason that you have, then you tell them for the reason that you have, and that's fine. I'll stop. They'll be home in 15 minutes. You can tell them.
Oh, okay. In 15 minutes. Yeah.
Or you can tell them, you don't have to. I was saying, I will take the brakes off. And they'll start noticing things pretty quick. Abuela is, at least to a certain extent, doesn't need to be convinced about this because fact is, she is tired.
Yeah.
And if you say you don't have to do this anymore, and she feels like it's not just a pity play, physically she needs to say yes.
I think Mitzi's gonna be like, stutter a bit. She's like, let me try to get Silas here first before I do it.
Okay. You don't need my permission.
I mean, I rather.
I
want him here for support. Like,
it's a good idea.
Is it?
Your dice are very bad. You need all the help you can get with the team points. I'm kidding.
Did she just Deadpool that?
Technically, I did. No, it's good. Yeah,
I feel like if any character would,
it can be tricky. With your family, with your father, it'd be a little tricky with having him here, but it could be just as tricky if he's not here.
Yeah.
He's very good at controlling his temper when he needs to. That's good. Because he knows how bad it can be if he doesn't. That's one of the reasons I like him. He's got nice calves. All right. Okay. So, Silas. We gotta go around to Silas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had something if you didn't have something.
No, you go. You do your thing.
Okay.
I'm opening the floor for you. So that's.
Thank you. So, Silas flies through the window of Caleb's sanctuary and just lands like he's allowed to be there, and he like walks out. Like, where's Caleb right now?
Okay. So if you come into the sanctuary, because like the apartment is basically like my mom's living there now too with me.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to that, so I have literally like built this like like the kitchen has basically become his bedroom, and he's just put this like magic wall to give himself privacy in there up. So you like land in the like living room from the window, and then you see this like new like magic wall like just sitting there that it's like, oh, that's new. And like the apartment now used to be like real like junkyard like reclaimed junkyard aesthetic and like all this, and it is now suburban white Karen.
Oh
So,
no.
as far as you've been able to determine, and for the few times you've had a conversation about it, or you've ever had a conversation, or if anybody else has asked, talk to Caleb about it. Mom does not have any powers anymore. She knows the theory of the magic stuff, but she can't really do the magic anymore. So,
Gotcha.
like that kind of thing, with one exception. And you can't tell if it's a power thing or just a mom thing or just something that Caleb's mom can do, but she has a gift for being in your blind spot the first time that she enters a conversation. So you'll come in, land, see the thing, and then she's sitting there like, "Oh,
She's
hi,
like Drax."
And yeah, and it's like, "Hi, Silas, are you here to talk to my son?" And you're like, "Jesus," because she's like right here.
That is unnerving. You realize how hard I can hit? You can't just pop up out of nowhere like that.
I don't know.
I might just like, and your head's gone. I don't want that to happen to you.
I just walked up. I don't. She doesn't know. She doesn't. She's not doing it.
Okay.
Except that she apparently is always doing it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I was. He has in one hand, he has like a big metal bowl with cling wrap over it, and in it is cut up chicken that has been marinating in a tikka masala yogurt sauce overnight, with a recipe that he actually like stole from Caleb's cookbook at one point.
Nice.
And he goes, "Well, yeah, I was gonna fix dinner. You hungry?"
I'm almost never anymore right now, because of my son. But what you have there looks lovely, and I will absolutely sit down and
Where's
have some.
Caleb? Well, I gotta finish it up. This is just the marinade. See, the way the tikka masala works is actually two different sauces. You marinate it in one, and then the next day you make. Anyway, it gets complicated. I'm gonna need about 30 minutes to get this thing bubbling. And where's Caleb?
She gestures in this way towards the magic wall, or the sort of it's like the changing screen, right? Like the magical changing screen. Behind the magical changing screen, he's erected around the kitchen.
I see.
You can just walk in there. You can go around. You just.
What's the point of the? Never mind.
Breaking line of sight, as near as I can tell.
I see. So, Silas, he starts to heat up oil in a pan, and he starts.
Are you going into the kitchen now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna start cooking. Actually.
So, like I envision that it's like, here is the stove up here, and then it comes around, and there's like a bar that comes around the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you go in to use the stove and everything, Caleb is sitting on the floor with his knees up, just right next to like the cabinets, and we're like in front of the sinks and everything, sitting underneath, just sitting there like, not like, just kind of chilling. Like as you walk in and see that, like holding The masala.
All right, so he kind of walks in, and like I said, he just immediately starts cooking. And while cooking, without like actually just looking at you or whatever, he just starts talking to you while he's cooking. He's like, "So this whole thing was confusing because I thought it was going to be one sauce, and then I find out like after I finish the marinade that it's actually two completely different sauces. I was going to come over yesterday, but I realized it had to marinate overnight. So here I am with it. We're just going to finish up the sauce. The recipe says 2 teaspoons of cumin. That seems a little low. Do you think that's right?
Where'd you get the recipe?
I got it from your cookbook.
Then the recipe's right. You can always add more if you like cumin. Like, that's just a suggestion. It's just, that'll get you flavor. That'll get the taste in there. If you want more, put more. If you don't, put less. Or you can switch it up. You can add some paprika. Take half a tablespoon and then switch it out for the paprika. Add, some, yellow curry sauce. Add some red curry sauce in there. Hell, add some Thai chilies if you want. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever you want.
Caleb, I need you to finish that sentence with what I like to do.
Caleb doesn't have that mode right now.
Yeah.
Caleb is literally in, I have no confidence in anything I'm doing anymore, because every time I try to do something, I either break something or almost ruin somebody's life by removing their hands. And he's still stuck on that.
I will say that there's definitely still some latent or subconscious confidence there, because to my ears, where did you get the recipe? From your book. Then it's right. Felt like charging the net and spiking the ball.
Magic curtain.
You went up and hit it on the full.
I mean, I got it in the kitchen, right? I mean, I got it over there.
Yeah.
All right.
It was on the refrigerator for a reason.
Yeah, so Silas just is nodding and he goes, "Okay. I trust the recipe because it's yours. And this recipe we got going, you're a key ingredient. And we need you, otherwise the recipe doesn't work."
Subtle.
So
He's good at that. He's good at subtle.
Is he?
he's like as subtle as a hammer.
Yeah.
He's good at hammer.
I mean, not really. You guys got a good team. Every time I come in, yeah, we get stuff done, but at what cost? How many times have I just almost ruined somebody's life
Okay.
that didn't necessarily deserve it in a way that's not fixable? Like, not in a, oh, they did something bad, so they get what that's what happens. Those are the consequences. This is like, I don't know. What am I doing? What am I doing? Why are
I pulled a TikTok stunt that got us kicked out of association with the biggest superhero team in the world. Meanwhile, Mitzi is still trying to learn how to not accidentally wipe people's minds, and Perry built a murder bot.
Murder.
You're in good company.
First of all, getting us kicked out of the exemplars, and working with them, chef's kiss. Could not agree with that more. Fuck them. Second, fuck, those are good points.
Yes, thank you. I am so glad he said that. Actually,
We are
second, you make excellent. Actually, those are 2 excellent points.
we're a mess. We always have been. Whether we're together or whether we're apart. But at least when we're together, we can help each other clean up. And I'm willing to clean up whatever messes that you're still struggling with causing, as long as you're part of our...
I know you have super endurance. What kind of spicy palette are we talking here? Are you like? Do you want it to? How bad do you want this to cause you discomfort?
I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. We like it hot.
Oh, this is going to be either the best decision I've ever had or the worst decision I've ever had. Hang on. And he's going to reach up and find dried Carolina Reaper powder.
Oh, God.
I'm going to start mixing it with some yellow curry. And then I'm going to add that in. And I'm like, cool. So that's 2 tablespoons of spice.
You hear from the other end of the apartment your mom say, "I can feel that in my eyes from here. What are you doing?"
I set some aside.
From across town. Perry's like, "What are you cooking? A big plate of ass with a side of stank?"
We are going to bond over the tears of spicy tongues.
Okay.
Oh my God. We're going to show up to the fight looking like we'd just been on Hot Ones.
Face is all pink. You're sweating. All right.
I'm gonna have to make a call then, but after we're done here. So remind me, I gotta make a call.
All right.
But we're gonna eat food.
Okay.
And regret it. It's gonna be great.
Who are you saying I need to make a call to?
Caleb's music teacher.
Okay. Cool. I love that for you. Let's take a 5-minute break and then we'll do that. Is that good?
Okay.
5-minute break.
Cool.
And she's coming to town anyways because she still has a therapist in town. So she had therapy she has therapy in like a couple minutes. But she's like, hey, I can pop by for a bit. I was like, okay, well I have games. She's like, that's fine. I can just hang out. I'm like, all right.
Totally fine. I'm glad you got to spend some time with her.
I know. I love her. I love her so much. I was able to finally give her a Christmas present too because I hadn't seen her since like for a while, and she's really into bugs. And so I found these like cicada earrings. They're like made out of wood. They're so cute. And then I was leaving, I got a package, and I was like, what is this? Who sent me this? Little succulent thing. So I texted my mom, I was like, Mom, did you send me a thing? Oh wait, I got totally into it. Came in yesterday.
Oh, nice.
It's a chunky boy. It's heavy. It's like 500 pages.
Dingo said that apparently we're still on.
So annoying.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Coyote. I was excited to see that kind of gameplay. I heard some people say that the system itself is a little confusing.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Absolutely not.
I'm running the damn game. And I don't know what I'm doing.
My mom's on text me back. I'm like, Mother, I need to know to send me this because there's like not a note or anything. I'm like, and it wasn't on my like my wish list. It's on her account. So I was like, who sent me?
And back.
Welcome back.
I have a mechanics question for you, real quick.
Yeah, hit me.
So I don't know, like, so this is the like share a vulnerability.
Yeah. Oh.
So mine specifically is like, it says ask them who they'd like you to be. Like,
Yeah. I got you.
that whole interaction. Would you say that counts for that?
I mean, he kind of volunteered that information, but it's still the same kind of
That same kind of
exchange.
concept.
Yeah.
Okay. And I did kind of step up and I'm like, that's who I am. Okay. Because no matter what, if they're a teammate, add a team to the pool. So I want to make sure we get that in there. Because that's what all my stuff does, is just add team pool. So, and if he didn't already have influence, he would get influence.
Okay. Well, giving you the fact that it gives you influence is kind of important because if he wanted to, he could actually just he could do like a free label shift on you right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Silas, if you're like trying to reinforce anything with him and feel like that could be reflected in shifting a label up and a label down with him.
Oh, we can look. I think it was mainly just a thing of just trying to be like, hey, you have worth on this team, and we want you here. Was the main point I was trying to drive home.
I feel like some of it could be like he's like I'm just in there to break stuff and stuff like that. And maybe shifting his danger down is part of that. You know, you've got value on the team for other things than that. I don't know. That's the only. That's me just kind of thinking out loud. If you want to do that.
Yeah, maybe we do danger down, savior up, because I'm like, hey, we need you.
Yeah. That sounds perfect.
I like it.
Done.
I like it. Oh, I just did it too. Whoops.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's all straight now.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Hey, we might
Cool.
need
Yeah.
to mute Frank real quick.
Yeah, that's all right.
Think short stack's getting a talking to.
Hang on. Like, how
Yep.
do I?
much. I'll tell you a tiny bit.
I muted him.
No, you didn't.
You muted him for you, maybe.
Oh,
It's okay.
I don't know.
I just
Looks
muted
like
him
we're
on
back.
mine.
Yeah, I don't know if I can. Oh, server mute. Server mute? I'll server mute him.
I am.
There we go.
Also, my friend's gone, so like I'm here focused now for realsies.
Cool.
Oh,
We
that's why I
had.
let Frank know.
Where did he go?
Actually,
Oh,
Okay,
about to.
there you go. Okay, you do it. Or
I
just letting Frank know in chat, just let us know so we can like unmute him.
hopefully he will look at the chat.
I'm sure he will once.
He was also pinged, so
Okay,
like,
hopefully that'll help. All right. La 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 la
Sorry.
la.
Sorry, I was thinking Lady Gaga whenever you did the no.
Okay. I like that. That was a good exchange. Caleb's
I'm
magic
glad I missed
curtain.
like half of it. Like I was like, oh, and when I got back, it's like, oh my god, what happened? What did I miss? This is so cute. What?
It was basically cooked badly in front of Caleb until he snaps out of it and tries to fix it. I mean, that's what it boiled down to.
It was a metaphor for how bad our team is without him. You know.
Oh,
So,
I
put it all
love that.
put it all together.
We need you to add the spice. And then he added like irresponsible amounts of spice.
He sure did.
You're a superhero. You could take it.
It's so weird. I do a thing when we go on the break. I throw up this thing into the feed. It's like a "we'll be back in a second" kind of a thing, and I actually load music. Like it plays through a song while that's happening.
One of these days, I'm just gonna make a theme song.
Yeah. Right now it's just playing something. But and in that back soon, there is no feed. There's no element in that thing for my mic or the system sound.
Are you playing through the speakers?
It's playing.
Sound through the
It's
speakers
playing.
So where your mic could pick it up.
No, it doesn't actually do that. The element of it is it's just an audio file. It's like a thing that audio file element goes. So it's not playing desktop sound. There's no in that scene. There is no desktop audio or mic audio there. And
Gotcha.
apparently it comes through to the stream anyway. And I can't imagine why. I can't think why that would be. It's really weird. Doesn't matter a lot, but it's there. Wait, Frank. Is Frank back? Hang on. I see him back. I have de-server muted you.
Thank you. I thought my mic was on, but if you experienced my catastrophic shelf failure, I apologize.
Oh, shelf failure? No, I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounded like you and Short Stack were doing stuff. Mo, you're muted.
I was just saying, yeah, we heard things in the background. We're like, okay, we're just gonna mute.
Let's just
Frank.
mute that. Let's mute that action. Did I show you guys this already? Oh, my little 3D prints.
Yeah. I love that
That's
thing.
cool.
I'm particularly proud of this because this was me actually taking a bunch of little 3D dice and, as I've done in many games, stacking them. It's basically a small monument to when it's not your turn in the middle of combat. I'm printing it
Also,
out.
my friend's gone, so like I can focus. now.
You've been focused. You've been great.
I know. My
You've been great.
Heather, my friend, was like, "Hey, it's okay. You can play." I was like, "Okay, I know,
Yeah,
but you're
if
coming to
if that was
visit."
you unfocused, like you're doing great.
You're doing great.
Yeah, you unfocuses or you. Yeah.
Yeah, you unfocused is still better than us
Us
focused.
focused. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
what I was
yes.
going for.
I couldn't.
I'm just
I wasn't
a
even
different
focused on
flavor
what
of
to
like
say then.
a brainwave chemical imbalance.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Frank's like, I strive to reach the heights of Mo with guests
Right.
in the room.
100%. I'm going to mute for a second because I need to take some heroic efforts to get the salsa out of my keyboard.
That sounds unpleasant.
Oh no!
That's what I thought you guys muted me for. But if you just
No.
muted me because short stack and I achieved Cool Dad a couple days ago. She came home and she said, Dad, Ryan taught me a song. I said, how's it go? She goes, oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. I said, that's amazing. And then I asked our computer to play Imagine Dragons, and I blew her mind that I knew that song. So
That's funny.
Cool Dad point. Okay, I'm here. I'm listening. I'm just
Okay. Doing that. Gotcha. It's a dry salsa. Anyway, all right. Thinking.
So where are the guys going? I didn't hear that part. Like where? Are
They're
they just gonna...
we're just chilling until we're told to go otherwhere.
yeah,
somewhere
and by
else.
chilling he means
Otherwise,
I was trying to say otherwise, like chilling until told otherwise, but then I said going, and then it kind of
yes.
Your brain.
lost. I lost the thread.
They're
Lost the
eating
plot.
they're eating salsas. They're eating hot stuff and waiting for
Yeah,
time to pass.
I think this is about the time, like maybe after they've eaten, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes after they've eaten. I think Silas gets a ping in his brain.
Ping in his brain.
Yeah, it's just
Have you gotten used to that yet, Silas?
no, but this is actually just him reacting to the food. But yeah,
he's just fine. He's like,
he said he's like, "Hi, what's up?"
Oh, he's actually
everything.
he's
everything
panting
okay?
mentally.
Yeah, I think I'm.
Are you,
You know
are you
that
sick?
You know that YouTube show where they eat the really hot wings?
Yeah, the what's it called? Hot things? No,
Yeah.
hot ones.
Hot stuff. Yeah, that one.
Hot stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, but Caleb made it, so it's worse.
How's he doing?
He's fine because he's Caleb. I am not.
Oh, buddy. Do
Yeah.
you need anything?
What do you need? You called us.
I mean, I pinged you, not.
Okay, yeah, but I wanted to check in. Are you okay? Let's not make this about me.
Because I'm dying.
And I want to focus my pain elsewhere.
Right.
I can't ever focus on myself. I think she's like, I told Abuela that I'm gonna tell them.
Okay.
Right. If you're not too busy and it's not too much of a bother, could you?
Yeah. Let me drink about 3 gallons of water, and then I will be right over.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You can't tell if he's actually being serious or not, but he might not be. I mean, he might be serious. He might.
Oh, I mean, unless you guys are still hanging out, so don't worry. You know what? Don't worry about it. I could.
Hey, this is Caleb will understand. It's okay. I'll be right over.
What do you
Okay.
what do you tell Caleb about what other shenanigans are going on with like Perry and all that stuff, or do you do anything like that?
I don't know. I think I think today is just about like not about being superheroes. It's about being friends, and that was kind of why I came over here. So I think that I'm kind of trying to mainly avoid talking about that stuff, and we're just probably talking about like, the third wave ska movement and how it came out of Orange County, and just stuff like that.
If this were a comic, we'd have this one shot of him flying away from the apartment after like there's a fist bump and then he flies away and he's like, that felt good. And there's a little yellow box. I feel like today is about, isn't it? It's about being friends, not about doing superhero stuff. And then the next frame is Perry stepping through a portal onto the roof of the Exemplar, onto the landing pad of the Exemplar building.
Yeah.
like we're like so Silas is getting
We all
ready.
had the same thought.
I'm just gonna be like, hey, I'm feeling pretty like pumped and stoked right now. This is gonna sound weird. I'm gonna go deal with the Doctor Infinity bullshit for the day. I'm feeling raring and ready to go. You take a day off. I appreciate you coming in. You take some time. You've been doing this pretty much solo for a while, so my turn. I got you. Cool. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna like full suit up, jump out the window, and forget again that I can't fly. Fuck.
I love the idea of him like going out and just fuck as like that's his as he's
Silas,
going like just before gravity hits.
And Silas like watches that and then like looks back at his mom and he's like, I've done something. I'm not sure if it's good or bad, but I did it. And I'm sorry / you're welcome.
I think it'll be fine. He'll be better. I think it'll be fine.
I think that you're right. I hope that you're right.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, all right.
Dingo said, Caleb's back to his old self. Let's take him to see authority figures.
That
sounds appropriate.
It's a terrible idea. Okay. So I'm going to grab this one. How do I not have Perry there? That's weird. All right. Perry.
I'm Perry.
Why? Yeah, I'm Perry. I'm very curious about how that your arrival on the exemplary tower will go. So why don't you?
I kind of am too, because weren't they the ones who didn't come get my ass when I was stuck in an Aegis basement?
To be fair, they didn't really know that you were stuck in an Aegis basement, but yeah. It's tough to be fair about that.
Yeah, that was a much more diplomatic response than what was
my internal Caleb monologue was like, oh, so not only are they terrible, they're incompetent. Okay.
I mean, right. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's better. So let's
my lesson for today is don't put a plate of burritos on a shelf that's designed to hold music. Okay.
That's a good.
Go ahead.
That's a good.
I feel like it's something I just should have
known.
Yeah, you know.
All right, so let's. I'm gonna have you unleash your powers. Okay. Just to see how that portal is received.
To see how the portal goes. Yep.
And I don't think you have anything that.
This is definitely one of the times where we can't just assume that the portal works.
Yeah. So, and I don't think you have another move.
Well, we're not really talking about if it works or not. We're talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's never about if it works.
How it. Right.
Yeah. I have become so divorced from the idea that a failed roll means that like, oh, I'm bad and I didn't know how to do the thing. Like the whole reason that the camera is even pointed at you is you know how to do the thing.
Right.
It's much more interesting to go like, okay, you did the thing. Why did it not work?
Of the thing. Yes, yeah. Exactly.
All right, so let's take a look at that for Unleash Your Powers. It's just a straight up freak roll.
I believe you are correct. Yeah, I'm not thinking anything that, and I'm not going to see anybody that I have.
To scale, this picture makes Perry 45 feet tall, I think, on this picture that I've got.
Which, could happen if there's a catastrophic portal misalignment. And then Perry would dissolve because his epidermis wouldn't be able to. Yeah, there's a reason insects only get so big. Sorry, freak.
There's a reason insects only get so big. And apparently Perry's argument for that is because of time travel.
I was gonna say, I feel like that was all 100% what he was saying while he was working on this thing. That was just his external monologue.
Like,
That's where I was going with that.
Dimensional Dimensional portals and time travel are the two reasons that insects only get as big as they get. And when they get bigger than that, you can almost guarantee it's because of dimensional travel and time travel. All right, so
Crap.
yeah, you're
Really?
fine. Yeah, you got a good roll.
What's with me rolling boxcars every time today?
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Shit,
Well,
now
you
I've jinxed
that was
it.
double fours last time, so it's fine.
Yeah.
The
Sorry.
there's no condition. It's totally stable. Cool. Who do you want to know that you have arrived? Selections include. My brain wanted to say BlackBerry. I don't know why.
I think
or
for
like
reasons,
Vigil. I kind of like Vigil, but
I was gonna say it kind of has to be Vigil because they are clearly the one that would be suffering the most right now because ghosts are still aware of everything, right?
Yeah. It's been So Vigil's waiting for you.
Yeah.
Like with the arms crossed, like sitting there.
Because this is happening as before now soon.
Yeah, at least once or twice.
Right.
I'll be right back.
But a good time.
Did you find her? Never mind. You wouldn't be here if you hadn't found her. You only ever come here when you found her. Hey, we're getting down to narrowing possibilities, and that helps a little bit, but the last month has been shit.
Agreed. 100%. Yes, absolutely. And is why I'm here now again.
Okay. Nautilus is on the 23rd floor. I've removed all the locks and security.
I don't have a bag big enough to hold the dicks that Nautilus can eat. But
wait, you don't want Nautilus?
But I need like a week. No, I want Blackbird.
Her head,
Nautilus
like
is great
she doesn't.
Diesel Punk.
So Vigil doesn't have. Hang on. Oh, come on, where'd Vigil go? Really? Oh wait, I'm on the wrong. Sorry.
Like material science has not created something with the tensile strength necessary to make the bag big enough for the number of phalluses that Nautilus can consume.
I mean, gotcha. Hang on. There we go.
I'm so proud of you.
So, Vigil doesn't have an expression as such, but does do like
the same way V for Vendetta can give you so much with a head nod.
Like a head tilt. Like you're not. Yeah. You want Blackbird?
Yes. Look, if I wanted to, diesel punk giant mecha underwater kaiji BS my way through this, I'd come to Nautilus probably again, like I've no doubt screwed this up the last time. Many times. I don't know how many times. But
sorry, I need a prop. I'll be right.
I feel like he has like a weekly delivery of grit that he can just pour in a lubricant, and he just gets that. So
I got it. You
hand.
Don't want to talk to Nautilus. It's just you've never asked.
Thank you. Yes, this is what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
You've never asked for Blackbird before. I'm just surprised. Which
really?
Honestly, no, surprised is good.
No, that's
at this point after this
long. It's probably because we're in the purple uniforms. I haven't drawn a direct line yet, but there's something going on there. But yes, Blackbird can help me tech to tech. She knows from robotics and enough of the current programming language. This is what I need. Unless
I'm getting a prop.
You know of a reason why I should?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Like I said, surprised is good right now.
Okay.
By this point in time, it's usually fistfights and fireballs.
Yeah, and you know, I'm still surprised that those 4 blocks of the city are still here. So, okay.
Bean, sorry, I'm gonna distract my dog.
Happy.
Look at that little underbite.
You happen to have any Zima?
Like the drink?
Yeah. Do they still make Zima? They're not
God,
making
I
Zima.
hope not.
If they're not making Zima, that's a good thing on many levels. I love that Vigil isn't even here right now to respond to that, because I feel like that's what Vigil's response would be.
It's nothing. Why do I have a feeling that Doyce is putting a mask on? God damn it!
I knew it.
I have a feeling he's putting a mask on and then walks in with the mask.
I love that you've got that ready to go.
I didn't, but
Listen, can you come down to the credit union with me in a little bit?
that's a really. I have a funny story about this kind of mask thing, but anyway, so okay, Blackbird, and
Okay.
you don't have any. You don't have any backup? Again,
Unless I've gotten my timelines confused. This isn't okay. Well, yes, acknowledge that I need to set Blackbird and Clarity down at a coffee shop somewhere. Yes, that needs to happen. But this isn't the timeline where she and I have gone toe to toe, is it?
I don't know anymore.
Me either is the problem. And so, but of the people here with the brains to do the thing, she's it. You know?
Okay, I'll go.
Right here on the tile.
I'll go get her.
I think
Stay
you don't,
here.
You guys
Don't
can have like an intercom or something.
don't-
I mean, you don't have to schlep down 30 flights of stairs.
Well, I got to go inside. I'm not using regular comms for this because it goes on open comms. I don't have a direct. Just-
Yeah, that's. I should have thought of that. Thank you.
Just I'll intercom her. Just give me a minute. She walks over to like at the entrance. There's like an intercom thing, and she can like basically buzz the room. Caleb, how do you arrive? I gotta take this off.
That was a great bit. Thank you for putting
You're welcome.
the buff over your head.
There's a hilarious thing that we did. I mentioned I did that pulp adventure thing a while back, like years ago. And one of the people basically made like sort of a pulp era Bruce Wayne, Batman kind of thing.
Mhm.
And basically used this as his costume, except he had terrible eyesight, so he wore his glasses underneath. So it gave him a pretty pronounced facial features kind of thing. And he was sneaking up onto this warehouse, like up on the roof, like looking down through the skylight kind of deal. And had that rather singular moment that of he being over there, and they were going to do some sort of sacrifice under, like down below, and then the people revealed that, or the cultists revealed that the sacrifice that they were going to be doing, and I'm just, this wasn't the name he used obviously, but basically him up above Batmaning on the roof hears that the cultists, and they pull back the thing, and they pull back the hood, and they're going to sacrifice Bruce Wayne, who is sitting down there in the middle of the circle, and just because he's got the thing on his face, right, and he just kind of went. And like but so deadpan, like more deadpan than you could ever possibly be because of the thing over it.
I love it.
He later figured out it was a doppelganger, but the guy hadn't changed his face yet, and he went in like sort of a berserk rage, beating himself up, which was a whole level of stuff that I couldn't really unpack. It was great. Anyway.
Joyce, can you do your camera thing real quick? It's not showing Sean's.
What?
I can see Sean.
On the YouTubes you can't.
Oh, on the YouTubes.
I usually can't. Anyway. You're right.
Because Dingo's like, I want to see the dog, and then like.
And then as soon as he said it, the screen went away. Anyway, all right. So Man, that's a lot of sweatshirts to be wearing right now.
So I have an idea on how Caleb gets there, but I kind of want Perry to be involved in this because it'd be funny. As soon as like Vigil goes, "Oh, you don't have backup," and Perry goes, "Oh, I guess I should get somebody here," and like portals underneath Caleb, and Caleb just like falls, and he's like,
and he's in costume.
full costume. And I'm just like, the fuck.
Well, you like he pulls up a little like. I feel like he pulls up like a screen that's almost like spreading cars. He's like, okay, they're both over at Mitzi's house. I'm not going to get involved in that nonsense. So Caleb's out here by himself and he's moving this way. All right. Beak. Doot, doot. Drag. Click drag. A click drag interface.
I feel like at some point I would have to put a little switch on everybody's suits so that, you know, if you're on the toilet or having some private time, you can be like, blip, Perry can't portal me for a minute.
A do not summon flag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm trying to summon you. I'm doing my nasty business. Give me a minute.
One of the earliest multi-user games that I encountered on the internet was like a text-based MUD called, I don't remember, it doesn't really matter what it was called, but it was a custom deal, and priests specifically could summon people. When they got high enough level, they could summon people. It was particularly useful for assembling people at like a dungeon where you're going to raid or something like that. It was pretty cool. But it was also useful for like somebody would call a priest for help and go, please, we can't get out. Can you summon us up out of here and summon us someplace safe? And they would, you know, one at a time, and you'd have to occasionally flag people to say it's okay for them to summon me because I'm not friends with them, or they're a different alignment than me, or whatever.
Right.
And at one point in time, a friend of mine had been doing this and was playing a priest and had summoned this group of mostly their friends, but then this one guy who was a real jackass and was the wrong alignment and everything, and summoned them out of this place that they couldn't get out of. And they were like on public comms and stuff, mortal enemies kind of thing. And like a week later, they were going at each other on comms, like giving each other a hard time about random bullshit and stuff like that. And this was the kind of old MUD where, like, if you got into a town where like the soldiers were all like level 99 and automatically and apparently all had like alignment detection.
Yep.
And I swear this is short.
It sounds like we may have played on the same MUD back in
He
the
was
day.
Anyway, he was lighting her up on comms, and she walked over into the middle of the main lawful good town, right into the middle of the city square, and said to herself, I wonder if he ever unflagged me for that summon that he let me do a week ago. And then she cast summon on him and summoned him into the middle of the lawful good town square, waved to him, and just basically sat there drinking tea while the guards spattered his entrails over the nearest 2 city blocks. About 10 minutes later, like, he dies. All of his stuff is scattered all over the ground and everything like that. And about 5 minutes later, we assume after he calmed down, he goes, okay, well played. Well played. You suck, but well played. Anyway, all right. Sorry.
I love it.
So you drop through a portal and land on the roof of the Exemplar building.
Hi, Vigil.
Vigil kind of, because they're over at the, like, sort of at the patio door going into the main, thing. Oh, and kind of comes back. All right, Blackbird's on the way. Is there? Did you need to talk to anybody while you're here?
Do I need to? Probably not.
All right.
I mean, there's some things. I have some things I'd like to say to some people here, but I'm pretty sure
I got it. Galactic.
Trouble.
I got it. Galactic-sized bag of dicks. I've heard it all already. Perry filled me in on the.
That's
bag
an
of dicks.
intercom, right?
Yes. Why?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna walk over to the intercom, and I'm gonna just everybody's room like Streak does not get this.
All right.
Because
but as you're walking past Vigil, they put a hand on your chest and says, "Listen, do what you will. But this is the one timeline I've experienced where this didn't immediately start as a fight. So let's not go there because it never goes well for anybody. Don't start a fight.
I'm just gonna be normal Caleb. I don't know.
Exactly.
This is gonna be. It'll be fun. Just
Okay.
Just never stop. That's it. That's all I want to do.
Okay. All right. So Blackbird comes up, not in uniform, not like in the suit. So
little jeans outfit with the ball
with
cap.
the angry aviator glasses on. Pulls the aviators on. She's coming in. She goes, "Okay.
Hi. Thank you. I'm sorry. I need your help. The world needs, we all need you may be the only, you are, I wouldn't be here if you weren't. Can you help me put this into a frame strong enough to deal with Dr. Infinity?"
That was not what I thought you were going to ask her to do.
What did you think?
What is it? I don't know.
So, I mean,
what is it?
I feel like you saying, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
No. I know. But I feel like that also is giving parallel timeline thoughts of, wait a minute. I don't just need you to help me put this in a frame. I also need you to, I really need you to help me unfuck the code, because there must be a reason that Alter Me took the governor off, which is governor figuratively plural.
It wasn't really
which is why we're in this mess.
Current. It was obsessive compulsive you.
I deserve that. Yes. This is the version that doesn't suck, but something about it must be buggy.
No.
Or at least suboptimal.
Is this the one that was doing all the stuff 3 months ago?
This is the one that was helping me earlier, yes. That didn't run around with a flagrant disregard for...
But it was the one that got Guardian and Nautilus and stuff all pissed off.
Yeah. We like her.
Yeah, come on.
Cool.
As they walk by, I'll be like,
come on,
hey, Blackbird, I have a question. Well, first I have two things. One, sorry, we got into a fight. Sort of like a verbal fight.
Sure.
We're in a bad mood. Sorry, my bad. Second, how easy, like how many of these other places can I intercom buzz Nautilus's room?
I mean, any of them. Any of them.
Can you do me a favor and just point them out on our way there? I promise I won't say words to him.
If we do that, he'll be able. He will know exactly where you are doing it from. Though is the thing, like he can see where he's being intercommed from. Like, do you want to? Do you want to do that? You know what? Hold on a second. Scan. There you go. Here, take this. And if you've got Wi-Fi, if you have bars, you can just plug it around.
Yeah, we got it. Listen, if we're gonna do this, we got to do it.
We really should go.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Let's think.
Walk.
All right.
Perry, the sound effects are pure serotonin. Please don't ever.
I'm honestly surprised that any of them come through, because I don't know how robust the noise cancellation is on this.
Listen, this person here, they're not too precious about the container, are they?
I'm sorry, back up. What?
This
Who, the when?
this thing that we're going to be loading in, they're not like going to be upset if they're in a weird form factor.
There may be some latent ego subroutines that care about their appearance, not to a extent that it would
They can function.
negatively affect its optimal functions. Yes.
Are we
Okay.
like putting Jarvis in division right now? Is that what's happening?
He is essentially, I mean, yeah, probably. Anyway, all right. All right, come on. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. They're not using it right now anyway. Bleep. And you're like, oh, this is a bad idea. And we're gonna cut over to Mitzi's room. Mitzi's house.
Okay. I love that you just get you don't see what it is. You just see the reaction shot on. I was like, you know what? I know the exact one it is. I'm gonna drop it in.
You know what it is? It's the gift from Survivors where everybody looks horrified and covers their mouth except for the one guy who grins really big. And it's Blackbird looking totally stoic, Perry going, and Caleb going, like, just demonic grin on his face when he first figures it out, and then he's like, yes. All right. Okay.
Hang on just 1 second. I think my food delivery got here. Hold on.
Order for it, Chris. Silas, how do you arrive? Is it like land, change, walk over kind of thing, or?
You're muted.
Yeah, I actually think that he doesn't even come over in costume, and in fact, he doesn't even fly. He just rides his bike over.
All right. Okay.
I'm not supposed to be doing superhero shit today.
Well, according to Silas.
Right.
According to Silas.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right. So Silas knocks.
I think Mitzi like was prepping for him to get there, so she automatically like runs to the door and like.
Yeah, so your parents are sort of just puttering around the house. They're home. They're not really. Like there's been a little bit of movement. Like Dad was about to disappear into the living room and turn on the TV and like zone into something or mess around with something. But he was about to basically make himself unavailable for several hours, and you're like, no, I want to talk to you about something, and he's like, okay, well, yeah, but just not yet, but don't go. So he's basically flipping through some paperwork that he needs for work on Monday. Or paperwork or something. He's flipping through stuff, or he's like trying to pull up files on his phone and pulling up a towel. He's at like the kitchen counter island with like little kind of idly doing work stuff. Your mom's what? Oh, your mom was pretending she was doing responsible things on the phone, and then you heard. She forgot to adjust the volume, and you heard one of Silas's TikToks. Because he starts all of the 1 minute like blast when he's on patrol and stuff like that the same way. What's the catchphrase that you start?
Yeah, well, how does he start it?
Yeah, because it's like do you want to go on an adventure with me or something like it's one of those things where like
yeah, what is it?
Yeah.
It's who ordered the ass whooping today?
And the phone is like, who ordered the ass? Sorry, loud volume. It comes up on my FYP all the time. I don't know. It's like the only thing on TikTok anymore.
Yeah. And I think like they're here, and like and as soon as the door knocks, she's like, "Oh, I'll get it. 1 second," and like runs to the door and like opens it and like sort of like scoots out and closes it behind her. So like they're talking out on the porch.
Nice.
How are you feeling?
I'm really nervous, and I don't know why.
It's because you care.
Yeah, I mean, like, I do. That's. And she's like fidgeting with that ring he got her, just like spinning it constantly instead of like picking at her nails.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Listen, there's no easy way to have this conversation. It's gonna be hard no matter what, but nothing worth doing has ever been easy.
yeah, you're right. It's just. Is it worth telling them? Like, should I even bother? I mean, other than me wanting to stop hurting Abuela, because I've been telling you, like, Abuela's been like doing like the mind block thing, and they are unaware. But
There are a lot of things in this world that are too big for us to fix. This isn't one of them. And you have the power to fix this. And I think as much time as you spend worrying about things that are outside of your control, it might be a welcome change for you to step in and do something about something that you can control.
and I can control it. I mean, it would be nice for them to know that I'm doing these things, so they're aware. Uh, um.
Oh, come on. Don't forget the +1 too. You got to re-roll it though.
Oh, it didn't go through.
Yeah,
Are you doing a comfort and support right now?
He absolutely is doing comfort
Of course
support.
I did. That's what I do, baby. That's what I do.
Oh. Actually, this goes back to Silas too. This bounces back to Silas.
Oh, and if Silas does it, I get potential.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Because of my the love rival thingy.
Love rival thing. Coverage support on a 10, you can add team to the pool, or clear condition yourself. So you don't have any conditions. So, and I got to put team in the pool from Caleb's thing anyway. So I'll just duly note that needs to happen.
Yeah, when your love or rival comfort supports you, mark potential when they roll a hit.
Nice.
So, yes,
so potential and clear condition, which should absolutely be insecure.
Yep.
I don't know where you found that house for that picture, but it looks so much like one of the many places I lived as a kid that I had to do a double take.
It's a house I used to live in, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I tell you, brother.
I laid every one of those damn flagstones my own damn self.
Not where I thought that sentence was going, but
no. That was it's been first. Actually, no, that's the first house I owned, and the first one. Hey, my God! Oh my God! Anyway,
it went over my head. I don't know why.
I can't be in this place. All right, Silas the Wise. Silas the Wise has done a thing.
Yeah, and I think she's like, yeah, you're right. I should. I talked to Abuela about it, and she said I should be proud of what I'm doing, and that should be the reason why I'm telling them. But at the same time, I don't feel that way because of everything I've done.
It's funny because I was just talking to Caleb about this, and we all have made mistakes. We've all maybe done things that were ill-advised, and some might say it's just because we're still young and whatever. But anyway, the point is that we're all going to be here for each other to help clean up each other's messes, and I'm here to help with this one. And I know that you might not feel proud of yourself or like you should be, but I'm proud of you, and I will continue to be proud enough of you for the both of us until one day you feel like you're proud of yourself.
He's come full circle to pulling his head back out of his ass.
There's a boiler from the next room.
No. It's one of the readers of the comic just going, yes. Okay.
And I think she's like, okay.
You ready to do this?
And she's gonna jump up and hug it, like him around the neck. And she's like, thank you.
Of course, I'm always here. All right. Well, let's.
And there's like another stutter, like of like she was about to say something, and she's like, yeah, let's go
yeah.
do it.
We're so bad.
Little peck on the. Oh, should I? Is this a kiss time?
Is this a kiss time? I still haven't figured out what kiss times are.
And she's gonna like lead him in by the hand, like, hey, Silas is here, y'all.
So, yeah, your mom does the Silas, come in, the happy like guest thing, but she's definitely turned like has on like making nice for the guests kind of thing instead of it's not like it's completely fake, but it's certainly it's been slightly more genuine in the past, so that's fun. Your dad kind of gets that crease in his forehead thing, like he's having a negative thought kind of a deal, but doesn't immediately.
It's starting to feel real.
Yeah. So,
I've been in this room before. I've had this talk before.
Abuela is probably nearby. But
I think Mitzi's gonna be like, I don't know if you want to come out, but I am gonna tell them now. Just letting you know.
And your mom gives your dad like a look.
Oh no! Do they think it's something else?
Oh no!
Of course.
Oh, thank God! You're just a superhero.
I feel like that's how that scene went.
I'm coming. She comes in, she sits down. Okay. Okay. Stop looking at me. Go. I'm fine.
Yeah. So, I thanks for
Your dad's not looking at anybody. He's like fixedly staring 2 holes into the floor right now, just not making eye contact with anybody.
Oh no, this is so bad. And what I wanted to talk to you about today is she's like fidgeting with her ring still, like, and is that I haven't been completely honest with y'all, and I wanted to finally get it off my chest. Is anybody saying anything?
Your mom is like, whatever you need to tell us, we'll get through it as a family.
Oh, no.
And Abuela's like,
see, the funny thing about that is
what's the rest of that sentence, Sean?
Is what?
Is that the mundane family is the one thing they couldn't help through is being a superhero.
Yep.
And I think that's when she hearing them say that. I think that's when she takes Silas's hand. Like she'll actually just grab his hand.
And
you're not helping your case.
And your mom kind of goes, oh.
Oh God.
Is this about that video from a month ago? This is your dad. He's still looking down.
What video? Oh,
There was a.
No, go ahead. I do.
No, you go.
This is the actual face Silas is making.
I'm a superhero. I've been a superhero for like the last like year, and yeah, okay. I said it.
It's true. It's true.
The grip's like iron rod on his right now.
And you're dating Silas, and you're super.
What? Wait. What do y'all?
I heard you two talking about this at when we had everyone over a month ago. And your abuela said everything was going to be fine, and you're very powerful, and you're very sure of yourself, and I heard you two talking outside the house when you showed up.
Yeah. About.
I mean, thank you for telling us finally.
Yeah. Oh, so you overheard that about him talking about being a superhero.
Yes.
Okay.
What did you think we were gonna say?
You're not. You two aren't serious.
Oh no, Lex, no. None of that. Nothing like that at all.
He's giving you
never. I mean,
he's giving you so much, and
I'm like slowly turning my head at Mitzi, and I'm like, telepathically, I'm like, I can keep a secret, or I cannot. That part's up to you. I don't know how we got here, but this is where the conversation is.
You two aren't serious?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're serious. Yeah. Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Serious.
How? What,
emotionally?
We say you're. But it's not serious. Don't talk these.
Wait. What do you mean serious?
Serious. Like
it's
doing a lot of work.
He does this. He's like, no, that's not. If you're not serious, then we don't need to have it.
Have what?
Conversation.
Oh, I see. Listen, I'm not even sure if I feel like this is the wrong conversation. Never mind. I just want you to know that I have the utmost respect for your daughter, and I would never do anything irresponsible or jeopardizing. And it's often said that
he's so smooth outside, and now he's like every possible sentence happening at once.
Yeah. I've heard it said before that with great strength comes great duty, and I take that in all aspects of life, and not just in being a superhero, but also growing into a responsible young man. And like at this point, it sounds like he's reading cue cards, and he's like his eyes are darting across the room.
Silas, that was the 3-minute video you posted last week. This is the mom. It was the Wednesday.
No, that was okay. We're mutuals. Shit.
They're just on TikTok.
It was the Monday musing. It was your last.
Yeah.
It's fine. It was a good speech. You should. It's
true. It's true. I wouldn't have said it wasn't true.
But
And
yes, we're serious. And,
Abuela is kind of like, she goes, when I stop, I just put everything back that they already. I took it away, held it over here,
yeah.
and then over here. She gestures at the back of her own head. When I undid it, this is her. She's explaining it to you in her head. She's not doing it, but she's like, I took it out, I held it over here, and now I put it all back. So
Okay. So they know.
They had figured it out. That's why I had to keep taking out pieces every time they figure it out. You know how many times they figured it out in last month? 2 months?
Oh.
They keep figuring it out. That's why it's exhausting. I have to hold so many pieces of your father.
And I think Mitzi's like looking at Waylon, like you can tell they're having a conversation. She's like, "Wait, did they know that it was Silas with me in that video?"
Yes. That's why they're asking.
What are they asking?
How serious it is?
I mean, we're been in this long-term relationship for like a few months now.
And I'm sure if it goes on for another 1 or 2 decades, they'll be entirely comfortable with you being serious with them.
Wait, do they think that like I was about to say something else
Mm.
to them?
So many times they have.
What did they think I was gonna say?
That part I left because at least they had something to worry about then. It wasn't so exhausting. I can't take every time. If I tried to take out every piece of thought that they ever had about my daughter's going to be coming back with in some kind of trouble, I wouldn't be able to do anything else. It's like all they worry about. Not that you're bad. They just worry about you all the time for everything.
What were they thinking I was gonna tell them? Don't give me that face. I don't read faces.
Do we need to have that talk? Do we need to really explain? I don't think we need to explain. They were worried that the thing that. That I love the fact that like you guys have just been kind of talking and everything. It's been like this, like a couple seconds of awkward silence, and Missy suddenly goes, "Oh!" Like just out loud.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you okay?
I am so sorry about like
the. Yeah. Go ahead.
That's not the conversation I was gonna
realized.
that we were going to have. That was just I wanted to tell you about the superhero thing. That's all. And yes, we are serious. But we're being smart.
Oh, I don't want to know. No. Yes, I want to know that. I can't hear.
Anything else? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just want to let you know that we're being smart. And I care about him a lot.
Don't make me move to New Jersey. Just don't say anything else.
I've never even.
There's no way you should end this sentence. Silas, you're a smart young man. Don't end this sentence. I will find whatever it is that is your weak spot. And no, don't.
Spicy food.
What was that? Salsa?
Spicy food. Silas's one weakness.
Hot sauce. No, the only thing that's bothered me about any of this is that you didn't feel like you could tell us, and that worried me because it was something you were sneaking around about.
I just didn't think y'all would.
Oh no, I think it's horrible. I don't want you to do it, but I don't want you to do it.
Exactly.
But I don't want you to do lots of things. I don't want you to date boys. I don't want you to date girls. I don't want you to.
Silas.
Silas just ate you. There are, and the mom kind of lays her hand on the back of his forearm. It's like, darling, when you have children, you will come to realize that almost nothing that they are going to want to do after a certain point in their lives will be something that you are entirely comfortable with them doing. And you just have to be okay with that or be horrible. And we're not horrible. We're wonderful, perfect parents. And therefore, we are forcing ourselves to be okay with the rest of it. Also, your abuela showed us a chart of how your powers rank up on the city and to kind of convince us that we shouldn't be worried about you. And honestly, I'm just worried about everyone else. Don't hurt anybody accidentally. It seems as though it is quite possible. So be very careful with that.
I'm trying to be
I
careful, yes, ma'am.
wouldn't want to know that anybody in my family was tampering with other people's memories or anything like that. And that seems like it's a potential risk there for you. Abuela takes a very long drink of water right then.
That's why Mitzi's like. Yeah, and thank y'all for understanding and recognizing it wasn't that talk that you were thinking I was trying to have with you.
I was raised Christian, and I just want you to know that I'm not gonna. He's like at this point just like blurting out random stuff and none of it's landing.
Silas, you seem like a very nice boy. There is absolutely no way you can finish that sentence in a way that's going to work out. So let's just let it go.
Yes, sir.
Overall, I'm still dating him, so you just gotta deal with that, Dad. Just
how much are you superheroing? We don't. Is that the word for you? What do you say?
That's not what I thought he was gonna ask.
He's out.
Not how I thought that sentence was gonna go.
How much are you superheroing? I was like, oh.
Is that what we're calling it now? I mean,
only when I do.
As near as I can tell from the videos that my wife ceaselessly sends me through chat because I don't have the app installed. Your Silas here, sorry, Birthright is out there very much, and we don't. You're there sometimes. How often are you? Are you doing it all the time? How much are you really at art and the clubs and things at school? Or is it always this? I think we should just be honest. I was talking to Mitzi when he said that.
Oh, I thought he was talking to Silas.
He's asking Mitzi how often you're actually out there doing the cape thing.
I just out of school hours. It's not over interfering with classwork or.
So this isn't like you say that you're going to Zhao's house and is this why your grades went down last semester?
That and she kind of does it quickly as to Silas. She's like,
yeah. I'm gonna take the blame for that one, Dad. Sorry.
I figured it was that at least, but I mean, he wouldn't be a very good boyfriend if he didn't distract you from homework. So
I'll take
your mom.
The
your mother got C's in 3 classes the first semester that we met, and then she punches him.
I feel like
she was in so much trouble.
Many flushed faces in the room.
We're getting through it.
All right. Well, be careful. Be good. Make your family proud, I guess. I don't know what the father's supposed to say in a situation like this. They don't cover this one.
Sir, if I may, there's Mitzi, just like the rest of us, is a teenager and is still learning stuff. But if there's one thing that she is consistently, it's good.
Oh, I know. And honestly, she's been. I don't like most of the way things have been going the last year, but I was expecting that for many, many, many years since she was basically born. So that. Not that I wouldn't like what she was doing, but it comes to time when you just aren't happy about the fact that your little girl is growing up. That's just how that is. It's going to take me a few weeks to get used to this. But I love my kids, and my kids make me proud. So eventually I'll get used to it. Your mom already is. She's subscribed to the YouTube channel and everything else. She thinks it's so cool.
And just one more small request, if I can. Don't tell Rook about me, please. I don't want to work for them.
But they have superheroes on.
I know, and I'm not fond of them.
Yeah.
I know that you might not have gotten to know the rest of our team members, but not everybody plays well with others.
Oh no, I know about everything's anarchy. You gotta tear down ages.
Oh, and
although the ages
that's
thing.
Caleb, by the way.
Yeah, if you next time you decide you want to go undercover, maybe don't hang out with somebody that. You actually think you need to tell me that?
I was having a hard time distinguishing him from the other 20 people in town with yellow and purple mohawks.
Chica, you're this big. Your boyfriend is this big, with a hair. That hair. No offense.
I wear a mask now.
You with vest, and then the other person, this with the hair, like.
And Perry's the last person on our team. Just.
Oh really? I thought that was Zhao.
Zhao knows actually.
Of course she knows. Of course you tell your friend before you tell her.
So yeah. That's.
And suddenly your mom is like, what? Suddenly your mom's like, wait. Is she the one who's running the Instagram account? It's really good.
Yeah.
She's really good. I don't have an eye for such things.
Yeah. She's good. She's clever.
Good aesthetic.
We're gonna get her in the media. I'm gonna hire her. Get her on the internship. Don't want to work for Rook. Fine.
Jeez.
The Rook. The anti-Rook rhetoric will be the hardest pill to swallow.
I know. That's why Mitzi was like, "Please don't tell them." That's all I asked.
That's actually a really good idea. Yeah. So I got you an interview, and that would be with the special division.
Oh no!
Yeah, none of that's gonna happen. Yeah, it's good that you mentioned that, probably, because that would have been. I would have just saved that for the next time you rolled a 6.
And so I think what happens, he's like, all right, we're gonna go then.
Okay. Oh, you're just coming in, dropping the bomb, and then leaving?
I don't know what else to say. I don't. I just. I feel like we need time to process.
Have you been? They probably need to go. Well, at least, Silas, you might have some robots to punch. I think this is the ass that needs to get kicked today. And she holds up like it's like the Halcyon Herald, like front page thing. It's like live footage, and it's like
3 minutes ago.
Yeah, 3 minutes ago, and it's like it's helicopter, like it's clearly like helicopter footage, like panning past Exemplar Tower, and the place is surrounded by the Infinity Squid bots. Like they're all around the place. Is it my love?
Yay, big fight! Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, which is where Perry was headed, and Caleb was going to go do that stuff. So, yeah. And she goes, so they probably. My little girl is going to go fight a bad guy. This is kind of cool.
Isn't it, though? Sorry, I'll shut up.
Yeah, Did he talk you into this? Anyway.
We actually,
only a little at first.
We actually met at a fight.
Yeah, so in fairness, she was doing it before we were, yeah. I just might have pushed her along a little bit. That's all.
We're still talking about superhero.
Yeah.
Still talking about superhero.
I will say
I was actually looking at I was kind of using Abuela's old costume as inspiration a lot.
That's
and then
good.
we all ended
That's
up
good.
in purple. It's not a bad color.
You're doing right. It's not a bad color, says Abuela over the corner. So yeah, if you guys need to rush out there, but Dad does snag you for just a second. He's like, I like that you don't have a channel. I think that's a good idea. I like that you don't.
I never wanted.
It's okay. I'm just saying. I like that. I think it's
suits you.
Yeah. Just doing the work.
That's all I wanted to do. I don't need anything else.
How about a hug?
Okay, I'll take a hug.
Okay. All right. You go. It's
all right, and I'm sorry that you thought it was the other thing. Okay, bye.
All right.
So good.
It is good.
I know we need to end soon.
Yeah, we do.
That's a good place to leave it off.
Yeah, don't let me forget next time. I do want to have the conversation with the music teacher, though, and I need to write down what I'm going to say or I'm going to forget it.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that as a flashback to you just before you get sucked into the portal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just it's a call that I just need to say to them. So we can do that whenever, but don't let me forget about it.
Dingoes, I try to have at least one semi-functional family in each bass game. Like, just one. I think anything after that, everyone gets a little bit spoiled. But
too big for their britches.
Well, usually only one player gives me the option to give them a semi-functional family.
Right.
Anyway, all right.
Next story.
So Perry. Oh wait, you're muted. Well, you don't deal with short stack. Mitzi, closer team, further, etc.
Closer for sure. To Silas, just because he was there for her.
I think the obvious. There's so many obvious answers and reasons for that. You hardly need to say. So that's an adjust labels, and you can clear a condition.
Goodbye, guilty.
Goodbye, guilty. Ooh, going into the final, going into the big showdown.
Clean slate.
Clean slate. Silas.
Definitely close to the team. And
also Silas switch the labels once.
Oh yes, I'll switch labels.
I gotcha. I'll just do that right now. What do you want to switch?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm switching your labels. My bad. I'm gonna say. Hold on. Let me look at what you got going on here.
I'm very min-backs right now. It's wild.
Yeah. 0, 3, -2, 3, 0.
Yeah, I think we're gonna move mundane down again. Actually.
Oh my god.
And I think we're gonna move. Danger up because I think that she's hit a point where she's ready to dive into the superhero thing like head first.
I think they'll put her in a really good position to have a heart-to-heart with Blackbird. That'll be great.
Love it.
Nice, low mundane, high danger. Good plan.
At least Plan B will go well.
Don't say Plan B after the conversation.
For Blackbird.
Oh my god! All right, I feel closer to the team definitely. I think that I'm gonna feel closer to Caleb because I've kind of been working on my relationship with Mitzi too and stuff. But I think it was good to like be able to have some heart-to-heart Caleb time too.
I'd say your conversation with Caleb went a little bit smoother than your conversation with Mitzi's family anyway.
You're probably not wrong.
Caleb. So Caleb adjusts labels probably unless you didn't have influence at some point in time. But what are you? Closer, further, image, stuff?
I'm definitely closer to the team. Absolutely. Like,
feeling better about all that stuff?
He was absolutely like, is that really where I'm going? Like, then after that conversation, he's like, if I'm with this team, then yes.
Nice.
Absolutely.
I like
this
that.
is where I'm going.
I like that. It's good stuff.
If I'm not with this team, I don't know. But these guys hold me to a better place. Like, this team makes it so that I can do things that I'm comfortable with and hold to my values. So, yes, absolutely closer to team. Definitely nice. Silas.
I love that. I love all of that.
Silas, I'm going to move your mundane up and your freak down.
Can it go up?
Well, I see his mundane as a 2.
I can go up. I was joking a little bit.
And I'm going to just ruin your spread. It's either a 3 or a -2. Those are the only options.
Yikes.
And so now you get to mess with mine. And I'm going to mark potential for that because I don't have any conditions.
Go.
Sorry, run it by me again what you're doing to my labels.
I'm making your spread as worse as far as possible on all your stats. So your mundane's going up and your freak is going down.
-2,
okay,
-2,
okay.
-2, -2.
That shit is ass.
-2, -2, 3, 3, 3.
Oh, big boss fight next week?
Yeah, right.
Wow. That is I'm just gonna compare that to Mitzi's. It's not quite as screwed up as that.
I have 1s and -1s, so like yeah. I at least there's some middle folk.
Perry, what are you doing?
So there was obviously some soul searching with Perry, coming to grips with the fact that he has to go to the Exemplar, etc. And thank you for digging through the rubble. That was amazing.
Yeah.
But I think on balance it has to go to closer to the team, and it's Mitzi for the moment. Early on.
About like.
Wait, what? How do you? Okay.
Oh, I love that too. I love that we were able to get the Blackbird thing out in such an interesting way too, and use a movie ideas.
Last place I thought it would come from.
Yeah, which is great. I love it. I love it. He's got so many facts. If he could just figure out which ones are ones that are actually relevant and needful of other people to have. All right.
So that was such a good move too. That was such a good move to use. Oh gosh, that was great.
Yeah. Just full disclosure.
Yes, the last time everybody knows that chickens are dinosaurs. Shut up. It's usually shit like that, not stuff we can use.
So full disclosure here, I'm aiming at, I want to get people's, as many loose ends tied up-ish as we can very soon, right? So I feel like a lot of Mitzi.
As do I, because now we're dealing with the problem of Dr. Infinity, but we have yet to deal with the problem for which Dr. Infinity was created.
Well, you got to survive all of this stuff to get to the point where you can do the thing. So if you are able to resolve this loop, which is what should be happening next, then the next thing is go to the thing to address the problem that the loop was meant to protect you from.
Well, but as soon as we deal with this loop, also mechanically, I'll be at
You
loose ends
reset all
again
the things.
because all of these memories go kaflooey.
Now you reset to loop number 2. So I think that we will be at a end of season 1 spot next session.
Okay.
That is my thinking. We just have to figure out. I know because we're dealing with a lot of scheduling getting more complicated. So if we can all manage to piece ourselves together for one more, I think we will go out on just north of 30 because this was session 30, and I think 31 puts us into a not a cliffhanger. I have a thing of like, okay, that wrapped up season 1 very nicely and makes everybody go, what, for season 2.
Right.
If we ever end up going there, and if not, then we can write. And if we never do season 2, we can write fan fiction about it forever. So, which has happened weirdly, like with other of my Masks games. There's a guy, one of the artists from my first game has got 3 different downloadable play sets for Sentinels of the Multiverse, downloadable from Steam, that he built off of characters that we came up with and storylines that we came up with out of the first Mask game. It's kind of crazy.
Before Frank still needs to do the either remove a condition or add potential, whatever, to his sheet for the getting closer.
Yes, but
okay.
who
and
do you get close?
Move my labels, right?
It was Mitzi, he said.
Oh yeah, I said Mitzi, who already has influence over me.
So do you move labels?
I will, yes. I am going to move. Because you're trying to defend the city, I'm going to say Savior up and...
You can always move as Mundane down. I was going to say Mundane can always go down for parry. Functioning with people.
Yeah, Silas, you get to move my labels again.
All right.
So that's the plan.
I'm keeping angry and guilty, and I'm marking that potential.
Operation Clearbird.
Okay.
Thank you.
Operation Clearbird. I don't even know why it's called that, but that's okay.
Operation Clearbird? What?
I'm just looking at Dingo. I'm looking at Dingo's comment.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, that's I think probably, so if we can manage. I know we want to get off weekends here pretty quick, for all reasons, and then we'll figure it out from there.
I think we're gonna do, Caleb, for you. We're gonna do Freak Up Mundane down.
So we shall sort out what we need to do next as we go. What is next week? We're into April. Right?
Isn't next week Easter?
The 3rd? No, Easter's not until the 17th.
Okay. 2 weeks. Okay, yeah.
So the 3rd. We'll figure it out. Again, if we need to shift around a weird day or something like that, we'll do that once here so we can figure it out. We'll figure something out. More planning in the schedule channel. I think we're in a pretty good place. Everyone feeling pretty good? I feel like we're in a pretty good place where I feel like we're getting good stuff here.
I will most likely not be on a cruise ship again for the foreseeable future, which I'm very happy about. Good. So we don't have that to worry about.
I think we ride off into a Jack Kirby drawn and colored sunset.
Love
it. Sometime next session.
Love that.
Either ride off or charge. Probably charge. All right.
Short Stack made me promise to tell you all that she voted Mitzi Student of the Month.
Aww.
Hey.
Student of the Month?
So that's what she said. She came in, saw all your faces, and said, she's Student of the Month. I said, okay. And then she wanted me to tell you a joke about this big villain or something, but I don't remember what that was about. So just pretend I did.
So. We laughed. That's all that matters.
We all laughed.
That was hilarious. Great. Thank you.
Stream is ending.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Stream ended. There we go.